press it, and then you can take them quite easily. We will place it like this. Usually I just take from the side to the top. And some black ones. So let's add some white ones. A little bit of sunflower seeds, smoked paprika, allspice, ground, mix of 5 spices, dried garlic, a little bit pepper. After keeping for around 1 day, we have a mass. So the water will go up until 400 grams. You don't need to do that for a long time. So, yes. I pour around 100 grams or 4 OZ flax seeds. Hello! So, once I stopped eating wheat, that means bread, pasta and many crunchy things, I started to feel that I'm missing something. I'm missing something a little bit. Because you know that crunchy, for example, cookies or some other sweets and so on, well, you still want to eat something crunchy and so on. And I started to look for some replacement. And I found one. Flax seeds. Cookies? Not cookies. Crunchy things. I don't know how to call them. It's like a cookies, it's like a some crunchy, nice and delicious thing. So in this video I will show you how you can easily make those at home. So first of all, of course, you will need some flax seeds. So I have some flax seeds here, it's like 1 kilo. First we have to pour the water in them and leave them for around 4 to 6 hours. Usually I put the water on the flax seeds in the morning and finish in the evening. Now, how much of the flax seeds and how much of the water do you need? Usually I take a metering, like this one. I pour around 100 grams of flax seed. So, like I said, I pour around 100 grams or 4 OZ flax seeds. For this amount of flax seeds, it's around 100 grams. You will need around 1 cup of water. And now you have 2 options. You can put the water on the flax seeds as they are now, or you can blend them and then put the water, so they would have a different texture and they would resemble more like a cracker, like the one you buy made from the wheat. So in this case, I will make flax seeds, I will blend them, and I will pour the water once I do that. So yes, let's place them into the blender. It takes really short time, you don't need to do that for a long time. And that's all. Now once it's blended, let's pour it back. Of course, at the bottom, as you can see, there are some leftovers. We have to remove it as well. So we use the fork for that. And now I will pour the water. The water, now it's around 100 grams. So the water will go up until 400 grams. Now we have 500 grams, and that's how much water we want with such amount of the flax seeds. Now leave them for at least 4 hours, I would say, but you can leave it for a longer time, it won't be bad. And once it takes the water, because flax seeds, like, they are quite dry and they take the water like chia seeds, for example, I will show you how to mix them and how you can do those crackers at home very easily. After keeping for around 1 day, we have a mass, which is kinda like a porridge, I would say. You can see it's not liquid anymore, and the flax seeds took all the water I pour in. Actually, I pour a little bit too much, and I added a couple of flax seeds on top, because, well, I think you should add like around that, it would be around 400 grams. If you wait, actually we can wait and we can see how much is it now. 0.15 oz for almost 500 grams. So yeah, I put a little bit too much water before. That's why I added a couple of flax seeds on top. So if it happens for you that you pour a little bit too much water and after like 4 hours you see that there is a water on top, you can easily add some more flax seeds. They will take that hot water inside and you will have this porridge-like mass. So what to do next? Once you have this one, of course, you have to dry it out. And before drying it out, let's make it more delicious. So in this way, we have two options. We can make it either sweet or either spicy. So if you make it spicy, you can take any spice, like I have a couple of here, and put everything on. Or if you want to make it sweet, don't use sugar, of course. We are seeking a healthy life, so we are not going to use the sugar. But in case you want to use the sweet one, you can place some raisins and some other seeds. As for other seeds, I'm gonna place them anyway, because they make this more delicious. Also, if you want to make it sweet, you can pour not the water but juice, for example. Of course, not the ones from the package that has additive sugar, a lot of sugar in it, but fresh squeezed juice. So then you will get more sweet taste. I use my slow juicer from time to time, and I get a thick juice with a lot of fiber in it. So it also goes very well on the flax seeds. Of course, you need a little bit more of them because, well, like I said, there is a fiber left, it's thick. So the flax seeds took all the liquid inside those juice. Okay, now let's continue with this one we have started, and in this case I'm gonna do the one with more spices. So let's just see what we have in here. A little bit pepper, the red one, dried garlic, it adds quite a nice taste. Mix of 5 spices, that goes as well, a little bit, not too much. Allspice ground, this will give a very nice smell. Of course, not too much again. What I really like, paprika, smoked paprika. Now, like I said before, if you want to make it more delicious, let's add some different seeds in here. You can even add some nuts, some grounded nuts, cutted nuts, or nuts flour, but it doesn't really matter. So, but in this case, we'll just add some seeds. So a little bit of sunflower seeds. What really well goes in here are the sesame seeds. So let's add some white ones and some black ones. One more thing that I really like to add is if I make a juice with my slow juicer, and let's say, for example, I made carrot juice, so I don't trash away, well, of course I drink the juice, but I don't trash away the moisture of the carrots, because it's like a smashed carrots, perfect for this kind of crackers. So usually I use it as well. Well, I just keep it in the fridge and I use it for quite quickly, in a few days, use it for this one, because if I do a cup of carrot juice, I'll get this kind of bowl of moisture. Another thing I have tried, and it went quite well, I blended some fruits and added on the flax seeds as well. Of course, like I said, make sure there is enough liquid, but you can do that as well, so you can make it in a different tastes, in a different sweetness. Okay, now as we have this one, let's mix it up. As my bowl is not very big, usually I just take from the side to the top. The last thing we have to do is to spread it over something to dry it out. Now, usually when people try to do a cracker like this or something to dry out, they use a drying machine. But in this case, like I said, I show you how to do it in the most simple way without any additional machines or anything like that. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use some baking paper and the grill from my oven. Let's take the grill. Now the baking paper, I used it before while doing this one, and as I'm caring about the nature and so on, I don't trash it right away. I use it for a couple more times because it's totally fine. You can use it, yeah, for a couple of more times. So I'll just take a different side of it. I'll just place it on this grill, and now we're gonna pour everything onto this paper. And then you will have two options, but I will talk about them later. Done! Now that we have it spread evenly over the paper, we have to dry it out. So you can use your oven. So if you use your oven set up around 45 degrees by Celsius and leave it for I don't know, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours or so. But I do it in a different way. But this method will not work everywhere because it depends where you live and if you have a dry climate or not, or if it's a winter time and you have a heating season, because if it's a heating season, usually we have a dry weather and warm radiators from the central heating system. And this is the method I'm using to dry it out. So I will show you how I have set up everything for myself, but like I said, it might not work for you, but it depends on where do you live. So if not, then use your oven, set up the temperature to 45 degrees, because if you set up it higher, everything might just burn out and it won't be delicious. So in case you're not familiar what the radiator is, this is the radiator, and it's warm, it has heating, it's the central heating system, so it's always giving some warm weather. So we'll just take the flax seeds and we will place it like this. Now for the weather to dry it out better, because as you know the warm weather is always going up, we'll just use something, let's say this box, to place it like this. Oh, it's falling, this is not okay. Okay, we will not be able to do much about this one. Let's hope it will not fall on the table. I usually leave it like this because the warm weather goes up and it dries not just that part, this part, but this part as well. During this method I leave it for around 2 days. Because, well, yeah, it takes time to dry it out, so it's not a very fast process, but I just leave it like this for a day. When I change the sides, that this side would get more heat than that one, and leave it for another day. And a couple days later we will get something like this. As you can see, everything is dried out, not falling. It's quite solid and it has a shape of the grill in this side, so that's not a bad thing, because we can have crackers this kind of shape. So what's the last step to do is to take it out from the paper. So usually I just slightly bend it, press it, and then you can take them quite easily. Here you go. This one, and you will have some crackers. You won't make a sandwich with this one, but well, if you have like a heating machine, or you will use your oven, you can place it not on the grill but on the solid surface, then you will have a shape without these kind of rows, I would say. So this is how easily you can make these. actually delicious crackers. I really like them, and healthy. The most special way it's healthy and delicious crackers. So thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. If you find this useful, please subscribe, please like my channel, please leave your comments what other ingredients you use to make these kind of crackers, because, well, I'm experimenting, but maybe you can have even more ideas how to make it even more delicious. And see you next time. Cheers!